channel. So today I wanted to talk to you guys about Prop 23, and I think it's very important because it's about dialysis, obviously. So I wanted to shed a little history on dialysis. I went to dialysis school to become a dialysis tech. So I'm a certified dialysis tech, but I don't work as a dialysis tech. So there's that. But when I went to dialysis school, we learned a little history about dialysis. Before the 1970s, it was hard for people to get dialysis, to be able to do dialysis. There was committees at hospitals called the life or death committees, and they were the ones that would choose whether dialysis patients, let's not call them dialysis patients, whether kidney failure patients will be able to do dialysis. They would choose by looking at your age, whether you can pay back the treatment, your maturity, your education level, and whether you can bring back something to the society. These would all be evaluated, and then they would tell you whether you can receive dialysis treatment or not. And even if you were blessed and able to do the dialysis treatment, the payments for the dialysis treatment was insane. So all the dialysis patients, well, not all of them, but a bunch of dialysis patients grouped together and fought for the right for us to be able to get dialysis treatment paid for, which is a beautiful thing. I wouldn't be here right now if they didn't do that, you know? And so I'm very grateful for that. So this year, we have to vote on Proposition 23. So, to be clear, I am not here to dictate what you guys are thinking or what you choose. I'm just here to inform you of what I know, okay? So the proposition is very simple. Do you want a doctor on the floor when you are on dialysis? Let's start with the pros, all right? Okay, first pro, obviously, there's gonna be a doctor on the floor 24/7. Well, not 24/7, but anytime there's a patient on dialysis, there's gonna be a doctor, which I think is a beautiful thing, because as a patient sitting on a chair with 2 cups of blood outside of my body, I would feel more comfortable knowing there's a doctor on the floor. So there are a couple of reasons why it's best to have a doctor on the floor. Like if there's someone with cardiac arrest, there's patients with high blood pressures, low blood pressures. It's a lot of things that it would be better if a doctor was present. Another thing that this proposition is going to help with is that some patients are actually discriminated for the kind of insurance they have, which I think is going to help prevent that. Another pro for this proposition is that it's going to become mandatory for clinics to tell if there are any infectious factors in the clinic. For example, flies, roaches, anything that can harm the treatment of the patient, which I think is appalling. This should be already happening. Like, what's going on? If there are cockroaches in the clinic, we should know about it. Like, you're taking my blood out, you know? I'm just gonna leave that there. Something I do want to state is that big dialysis clinics like DaVita or Fresenius make large amounts of profits off of their clinics. So adding a doctor or 2 doctors to keep the floor running shouldn't be a big issue for a company that makes that much profit. Those are the pros of Proposition 23. So let's start with the cons. So there are a couple cons. One of the cons is that adding a doctor to the floor while dialysis is present will cost more money. and this will take more money from the taxpayers. There will be less doctors available because the doctors will be on the floor. The last con for Proposition 23, this can actually close small dialysis clinics. I personally go to a small dialysis clinic. I don't go to the big clinics. This can be very drastic because if, let's say, all of the small clinics close, that's thousands of patients without a clinic. So that's very important to think about when trying to make a decision on this proposition. With all of this information that I just gave you, I hope you weigh the pros and cons when you vote this November. So don't forget to vote, you guys. I hope you guys liked my video. If you did, don't forget to hit a thumbs up and subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below. I'll see you guys here next week for Tuesday Tips.